Welcome to Roaming Reporter Nanami Clyde's interviews with Ritz Dakwhil of Ebon. Alright, I already started a little chat with him already. Let's see, he's basically asking what's the interview about. I said about the game. He says, yeah, I'll do the interview. Nanami Clyde. This is Roaming Reporter Nanami Clyde. I'm currently recording for my YouTube channel, Cosmic Seed. Would you mind answering some questions? Please remember, you do not have to answer, and you can stop any time. Of course, he responds, not at all. Ask him a question. What is the meaning behind your name? Dakwhil. No meaning, just random name generators. I wasn't feeling creative when I made this guy. Again, I say, there's no rush. Please take your time. Burst out laughing. I replied, I actually forgot there was a random name generator. Question. Why Goblin Server? Goblins are icky. And he replies, haha! It was the first one on the list. I say, gotcha! Smiley face. Question. Is your free company awesome? Why are you with them? I've been with them for maybe 10 minutes now. Got a random invite. So far, they seem really cool. I have to admit, I see a lot of random invites. I joined my FC with a random invite. It seems like random invites is the way to go. Nanami Clyde. Oh wow, that's good. Most good FCs are chill. Some are here for sport. Question. Why Final Fantasy XIV? Why this MO? Answer. I've always been a Final Fantasy lover. I played all of them but the first 3. I have to admit, there was complications because when they released them in the United States initially, they were out of order. So when Final Fantasy III came to the United States, it was actually Final Fantasy VI in Japan. And that confusion stands here for this day. I just put up a link to the history of Final Fantasy. Nanami Clyde, not the first 3, tough. I love Final Fantasy III or Final Fantasy VI. That's a good one. I got into Final Fantasy through Final Fantasy II, US side, fell in love with Final Fantasy with Final Fantasy VI. What do you think of Final Fantasy XV being the last one on console? Dakwhil. I also played WoW. That game just got bored after a while, and I heard such good things about this game I decided to play it. That was probably a comment to the previous question. We got a lot of WoW players transferring over to Final Fantasy 14. WoW was kind of in its twilight year. It's been around for a decade. It's an amazing game. Me and my wife still plays. Let's see what I'm typing here. Typing. Ba-doom! Nanami Clyde. The game took a lot of core ideas from WoW. Are you liking the differences, or is it too same? Remember, there's no rush and answer. Take your time. Response. I'm not a big fan. I'm not good types. Computer games are hard for me, but computer gaming is where it's all going. Again, I do this mistake often. I keep throwing questions, and I always take the time to let them actually respond. So then I replied, sorry, I will slow down. Please tell me when you're ready. Dark Morgan just shouted, Mashes is Force 2! Not sure what he's connected to. Mashes is probably a unique monster in this game that he's trying to get people together to fight. I show Ritz Dakwhil my uncontrolled jubilation. He responds, you can't really change an MMO too much from one of the others. All MMOs have the basic layout. Well, there is some differences with Final Fantasy XIV. I should be posting up a link doing a good comparison between WoW and Final Fantasy XIV. Do you like Final Fantasy XIV so far? He responds, I do love how you don't need a ton of extra tunes in order to experience other classes. That's right, Final Fantasy XIV's one of their great things is that each character can be any class. You don't need to make multiple tunes. Question, where in the world are you? Why are you there? I psyched myself up with Ritz Dakwhil. Remember, you do not have to answer. Dakwhil, I'm in Florida. I was born here and I'm here because it's the greatest state in America, in my opinion. I'm replying, I'm in California. We think so too. Again, there should be a link popping up right about here stating, you know, California versus Florida. Oh, there it is. Nanami Clyde. Question. What is your favorite class in Final Fantasy XIV and why? Though you may not have tried many yet. Response. Well, this is my first character in the game, so I can't really answer that question. And then I say, makes sense. I notice he's obviously a tank, a warrior, a gladiator, and I'm responding, you know, tanks is a tough road. Make sure you get a lot of help from your free company or the guild in this game. Tanks in this game are the party leaders. A lot of other people put a lot of pressure on the tank, which is why not many people play tanks. It's a really tough road when you start going into dungeons. Nanami Clyde, almost done. What in life do you feel most grateful for? Response. It may sound silly to some, but I'm most grateful for the time I spent in the military. Oh wow, I say. Which branch? I'm a Koski. And thank you for your service. His response, haha, small world. I was in the Navy Seabees. I'm then actually a few months away from joining the Coast Guard. Thank you for your service. You know what? Navy Seabees are awesome. My parents used to work for them overseas. They do amazing things. They go out in the middle of combat zone, build up bases, under fire. They do fantastic work. I have just a link I just put up should show you what they can do. Me, myself, I'm in my end years of the Coast Guard. I did 6 years reserves. I'm doing my final years of inactive. If you can take something from this game and apply it to the real world, what would that be? Ritz's response, the kindness that I say 98% of everyone that plays displays to each other. The world could use some of that. I have to agree, especially in this game. I have not actually met Oh, appropriate word. Mean-spirited people so far. Everyone I have met so far, I've been playing for 2 minutes, has been awesome. Question. Thank you so much. One final question. Do you need help? Dakwhil. No, not at all. I'm just grinding away after level 50. Thank you for asking. That is the goal. Get to level 50. That's the end point of the first core game. After that, you need Heaven Sword to get to 60. That's where I'm currently at. I need to go get Heaven Sword here in a couple days. That's it, I replied. What do you think of the questions? He says, well, asking that makes another question, so you had 2 more questions, laugh out loud. Ha! You got me, Nanami Clyde says. I do have a couple more. Again, this is kind of a reporter's trick. They say the interview's over, then they ask a couple following questions, and the interviewee is usually at a more relaxed state. Nanami Clyde, I always try to get feedback. Anything should I add or change? And he actually brings up a really great suggestion. He says, I would add an introduction about yourself. You don't have to put that in your video, but so that the interview knows. You know what? I agree. I say that makes sense. And he clarifies a little bit more about you. So basically, when I introduce myself, I should say, hey, my name is Nanami Clyde. This is for my YouTube channel. This is what I'm trying to do. You know, try to get a little more info from me before the interview begins. I agree with that. Nanami Clyde, I'll try to do that. Speaking of me, is there any questions you would like to ask of me? And he says, why are you gathering feedback? And he looks stumped. And I say, well, like I said in the beginning, it's for my YouTube channel. I'm trying to find something that hasn't been done before. As a YouTube channel, you know, our goal is to try to get subscribers, try to get views. We all dream to make it big, but we all know the reality is not many people make it big. We always think of Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and Disney Collector, but a lot of people don't realize those guys work like 16 hours a day. Editing takes forever. My interviews for here literally takes a minimum of 4 hours of editing. It is a lot of work. I apologize to wait. Nanami Clyde. Plus, Goblin has a negative rap online. I'm trying to show that we are good folks here. When I went to the Final Fantasy 14 main website forum, there was a couple of threads saying, is Goblin dying? And I'm like, wow, I don't experience that at all. For me, Goblin is much more much more lively. Again, mainly I find these fun. Again, when you're doing YouTubes or any type of work, you gotta have passion, you gotta love it. I love doing these interviews. They're a lot of fun for me. That's why I'm continually doing them, even if I only have 5 subscribers. Hey, 5 subscribers? I'm going to try to put up an interview every week for quite a long time. Nanami Clyde says, I know it's a bit of a mess, but that's true, because I have multiple reasons why I'm doing this. I'm not sure what's more important, but it's just a core idea. And he says, well, it was fun. Thank you very much for the interview. Again, I give him my usual spiel. Thank you. This interview will be posted within 24 hours at my YouTube channel. There's the link to the channel. Again, thank you very much. He hugs the air, and I fist bump with Ritz Dakwhil. I reply, if you do not like the video, I can always take it down. Again, when I post these videos, I always view them as my interviewees' videos. If they have a problem with it, something wrong with it, I take the time, go back, and fix it. Again, please subscribe. If you want me to interview you, please send me a comment. Even if you're on a different server, I'll make it work. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me how I'm doing. Give me some ideas for questions. And again, everybody, thank you very much. It was fun. Goodbye.